morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we're looking at Raging Surf. We are looking at the pull rates. We are looking at some new secret rares that have been revealed. We are doing that thing we do at the beginning of the week every time a new set is revealed. Pull rates, secret rares, what could be better? They've got an open the box over on the official channel, so we can have a look at exactly what they found, and we can have a look at exactly what it means. And once again, let's start off with the Pokemon EX, because once again, when you buy a box, you are getting 4 of the 6 EXs in the set. This is something Japan have been doing for a while now, and it is frankly awesome. And I am a huge fan of it. And it's something I hope kind of carries on forever, because it means when you buy a box, like me, if you're trying to get one of every card in the set, not including the secret rares, they get silly expensive. You buy a box, you buy a couple of EXs, boom, you've got a set of the EXs. It's wonderful. Now, the ones they went and pulled, they got themselves a Bombardier EX, which is actually really good. I'm a big fan of Bombardier, because it's got that attack that lets you go and search out free Pokemon for a single colorless energy on a basic Pokemon, which honestly shouldn't be slept on. That's a really, really good attack. It is basics only, and they do go straight to your bench, but also you get free basic Pokemon on your bench for a single energy on a basic Pokemon. Now, it's usually the kind of thing I would say it's really good turn 1 going second, but there's extra text here that actually says you can use this turn 1 going first, which actually makes it even better, frankly, ladies and gentlemen. I love this. I think this is a really, really, really good card, frankly. Now, they also went and got themselves the Hooper EX. Now, Hooper's one, there is a little bit of potential here, because for 2 Darkness Energy, you do 50 damage for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon in play. So it's one of those where if they attach too much energy to all of their Pokemon combined, you get to basically come along and be like, tee-hee-hee, now I punish you for it. One of the things that makes me a little bit sad is that this is a fighting Pokemon that uses Darkness Energy. So Dark Patch isn't going to do any good here, because Dark Patch only works on Darkness Pokemon. And then, okay, fine, Gutsy Pickaxe isn't particularly good, but you also can't use that here because you don't want fighting energy, you want darkness energy. So it's kind of the whole point of what these Terra Pokemon do, is they're a different typing, but it does hurt you a little bit here. We've got Frostlass, which doesn't have a particularly good attack, but it does have a really nice ability that if it is your active Pokemon and it is KO'd, then you flip a coin, and if heads, your opponent takes 1 fewer prize for doing so. The attack's 2 energy, 140, 20 to one of your opponent's bench. It's not terribly inspiring, but you're basically relying on having that as a single prize attacker, which is pretty good, but if you flip tails, it's not good. And then Tapu Koko, and frankly, Tapu Koko is just one more tool for the Miraidon toolbox, which is honestly just getting better and better and better as time goes by. For free energy, 180, it's fine, I suppose. You have to put an energy from it to the discard, but that's not a huge problem. But the good thing here is 2 energy. If you had a Pokemon KO'd by damage by your opponent's Pokemon during their last turn, then you do 120 plus paralysis. For 2 energy on a basic, that ain't bad, ladies and gentlemen. That ain't too bad. So they're the ones they pulled. Which ones did they miss? We've had a minute. Anybody figured it out yet? It's Garchomp and Goldengo. They are the 2 that they missed here, which is actually kind of disappointing. Garchomp's got a really nice attack for a single energy that does 160 damage, and then you get to attach free basic fighting energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like, which is pretty gosh darn cool. Or discard 2 energy from this Pokemon and do 120 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Does go anywhere, which is nice. Can hit the bench. But yeah, I think the first attack's good if you can get the stage 2 out. And then obviously Goldengo's like full on broken. The attack draws a card, but if it's active, you get to draw 2. And then the attack, it lets you discard as much basic energy from your hand as you like, dealing 50 for each one discarded. So yeah, They're the two they missed, and might I suggest they're pretty gosh darn good. So you still get 4 out of 6 EXs, that's pretty good, and you still get free artwork rares. Now, they did go and get the Mantike, which we saw the other day, which is kind of beautiful. And they went and got the Minior, which we saw the other day, and is kind of beautiful. And then they got Cyclozar, a brand new, never-before-seen Cyclozar, which is just absolutely wonderful and stunning and brilliant and lovely, and we love it, ladies and gentlemen. We absolutely love it. The lovely Anton Boulay pointed out that you can see that there's, the Cyclozar is happy to be parked in the sun. And then you've also got another Cyclozar that's been parked in the shade, so they're just like, oh, cool, I'll grab a quick nap. That'll be lovely. And it's just beautiful artwork. Again, all of the artists over on the Pokemon TCG are just knocking it out of the park lately. But this is just, I'm in love, ladies and gentlemen. This is a wonderful, wonderful card. Also, I discovered when I was in Japan for the World Championships, a lot of shops literally just have like row upon row of 100, 200 yen artwork rares, which is absurdly cheap. I want to go back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to go back. Or, buy some singles online and not have to pay £1,000 for the flight. We'll see. For now, we got this new Cyclozar. And it's not bad, honestly. It's not particularly great, don't get me wrong. But it's not bad. Again, you've got a single energy attack for 30 damage. Not great. But you do have a basic colourless Pokemon. And then what you've got is free energy, 70 damage. But if you played a supporter from your hand during your turn, you do 140 for free colourless energy. And look, I'm not suggesting this is stunning, but I absolutely am suggesting that being able to do 140 for free colourless energy, that ain't too bad, ladies and gentlemen. That ain't too bad at all. This is a card that I like a lot more for the artwork than the effect, but oh my word, it's absolutely stunning. Also, check it out, they've got a water bowl, and also all 4 of the Cyclozar have been decorated by their riders and trainers in different ways. It's just wonderful. This is one of those arts that really brings the world of Pokemon out, and I love them for it. So yeah, when you buy yourself a box of this, you get yourself 3 of the 12 artwork rares. Now, admittedly, it is not such a good ratio as we see for the EXs. It is a quarter of them rather than 2/3. I get that. But you still get yourself a quarter of them. You still get 3 in every box guaranteed. And to be fair, in English, in the West, we get ourselves 3 in every box guaranteed, except our boxes have more packs and are more expensive. Getting 3 guaranteed in every box in Japan really is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. And then you get yourself one other secret rare that isn't an artwork rare. They got special illustration rare Rika. Now, everybody loves Larry, and I showed you Full Art Larry the other day, which is very cool. But I like ground Pokemon. For those of you that don't know, I am a ground type trainer at heart. Ground are my favourite type. And, Rika has Clodsire and Donphan, which is kind of ridiculous. That's in the game when you fight them. Not spoilers at this stage, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a very long time. I think we can talk about it now. And yeah, that makes me extremely happy. I like Rika. I like the fact that they're a ground type trainer because it means that I get to fight against my lovely ground type Pokemon, which makes me happy. And frankly, I like everything about this. The artwork is stunning. It's a ridiculously nice looking card, one that I'm a huge fan of, and this is just brilliant, frankly, absolutely brilliant. Oh, by the way, I've given you the art of the new Donphan on the screen. I've shown you the new Donphan. As I told you the other day, cool looking card, but probably not particularly good. Now, as for what Rika actually does, because it is a card as well as just the artwork here, oh, and actually, let's put the full art, so that was shown off officially the other day as well. Let's put all 3 next to each other. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. 2 go into your hand, and then shuffle the remaining 2 and put them at the bottom of your deck. Remember, Pokemon have got a pretty strict thing whereby they will not let you draw 4. Draw 4 is not a thing in Pokemon. unless there is a downside attached to it. There's plenty of cards that can draw you 4 if you jump through the relevant hoops. This doesn't draw you 4, this gets you 2. But it does get you 2 out of the top 4, which isn't the same, let's be clear. It is not the same as drawing 4, but sometimes it will give you as much value. Because a lot of the time when you're drawing 4, there's only really a couple you want. Anyway, I like this. It's cool. But I think the artwork is the real star of this card, let's be clear. So when you buy a box of cards in Japan, what do you get yourself? Well, you get yourself 4 of the 6 EXs, 3 of the 12 artwork rares, and another secret rare. I have long been telling you guys that the pull rates over in Japan are brilliant, and I know a lot of the time in Japan at the moment it is very difficult to buy a box for retail. The entire time I was out in Japan for Worlds, I never saw a box for retail. Just didn't exist. 5 packs from Pokemon centers if you're lucky. But when you do get a box, the pull rates are lovely, ladies and gentlemen, and it makes me very happy indeed. Raging Surf is out on Friday, and that means that on Thursday I will be showing you a lovely video with every single secret rare like I always do. But for now, it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this set. Tell me which cards you're looking forward to. Tell me what you think of these new secret rares. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Get us! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And of course, get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Smash Cafe, who are our newest Patreon, and they seem to be very lovely indeed. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.